what the Bible teaches, that someday there will be a day of reckoning, that you will have to give an account. Do you believe that indeed we must appear before the judgment seat of Christ? All of us who know him. Do you realize that an all-knowing master will one day settle your account? A day when he will examine everything that you have done in your life, every little thing, regardless what it is, big or small. Do you realize that a day is coming that there will be an exact, precise accounting that will be made of your faithfulness and of your stewardship, of the way you handled all the opportunities and responsibility that God has entrusted to you? And the question before us today is, what kind of service have I rendered? How have I spent my time? How have I used my spiritual gift? How have I taken advantage of all the things God has given to me to give him praise? Have I been a responsible steward that has taken advantage of every opportunity, every privilege to glorify my master? Or have you been a lazy, untrustworthy steward that live only for yourself? That life as it is, there will never really going to be a day of accounting. Will you come to the end of your life and look back and say, all this was wasted years? Wasted opportunity. Will you look back on your life and be the one who will say, if only I knew, if only I knew, I would have lived my life all over again. What a terrifying thing it will be for those who profess to live for Christ, but only live for themselves, and therefore prove that their faith was dead and cannot save. But what a day of joy and reward it will be for the faithful servant that has served their master well. And I say the book has been opened. Remember, what we are given, God expects us to use it. He knows perfectly well what we are capable of handling. So we want to ask ourselves the question, what has he entrusted to me? What privilege, what opportunity, what responsibilities await my attention? Am I a faithful steward of that what God has assigned to me? Or do I live for myself, for this life alone? God has given us the great commandment to love him with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength. He's given us the great commission to go into the world and make disciples. We have to ask ourselves the question, are these things the center of our life, around which everything in my life orbits? Or do I think of things as merely some obstacle? Concept really doesn't have much to do with me. If you have no desire to serve the master, you are either unsaved or you are a spiritual infant, irresponsible, unfaithful, self-centered, self-absorbed, and well-positioned for divine chastening. Now, having seen the trust given, let's notice the labor required beginning in chapter 16. Immediately, the one who had received the 5 talents, now we're talking about the talents, the one who had received the 5 talents went and traded them and gained 5 more. In the same manner, the one who received the 2 talents gained 2 more. I want you to notice the sense of urgency here. Notice the dedication, the eagerness to please their master. Immediately he said, my friends, here is the picture of the dedicated saint, consumed with the purpose of God, serving the master is his priority. He will be industrious. He is not willing to waste any time or any resource. He's going to take full advantage of every opportunity to invest to multiply the master's investment. So we see 2 stewards that are industrious, both of them doubling the talent they receive. Likewise, each of us have been given different stewardship and responsibilities, different priorities consist with our abilities. We should do everything we can to maximize our secret trust. This is our responsibility before the Lord while he's away. We are on the obligation to be about our Father's business, to live up to our God-given potential. This is the idea of laying up treasures in heaven. Paul said, we should always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your toil is not in vain in the Lord. In Ephesians 5 said, beginning in the verse, Paul said, be careful how you walk, not as unwise men, but as wise, making the most of your time, because the days are evil. So don't be like the foolish, but understand the will of God. So God wants us to do our duty right. And remember, he has settled our accounts. And the same favor that God showed us, we must go out there and show each other. You know, sometimes we don't have no mercy on each other. Suppose God was like us. I don't think none of us would be here.